Joining me right now on Swindon 105.5 is the manager of Swindon Supermarine. It's Bobby Wilkinson. He's back on the show again. Hello, Bobby.
How are you, Dan? Are you well?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Right, we'll talk about Larkhall, who I keep calling Larkhill Athletic. It's Larkhall Athletic. We're going to start with the Saturday game, which was against top of the table Portishead Town. Marine 1, Portishead Town 2. Now, before we get into it, of course, there was a controversial decision. Talk about the game, because this was a tough game, but from what I've seen of fans, of supporters, is they appreciated the effort.
Yeah, for 70 minutes, Dan, we were fantastic. We played some great entertaining football, and then we had to compete in other areas. And I have to say, we were absolutely outstanding for 70 minutes. And then I felt the last 20 minutes when the referee lost even more control of the game. I just think it hindered everyone. The game got slowed down a hell of a lot more, and then they were going route one. And yeah, in the end, we were fighting for our lives in the last 20 minutes, and football went totally out the game. Everyone had just lost the plot, and all I was trying to do is calm everyone down, because the decision making from the referee is still baffling me to this day.
Yeah, well, you can't say it, so I will. The penalty decision to give Portishead Town a penalty right towards the end of the game has been met with confusion, derision, lots of shrugged shoulders by supporters. And to be honest, Keith Yeoman's the guy that writes the match reports. Even he, in his match report, was saying, What? You got that wrong, ref. You got that wrong. I shouldn't be biased, but I am. Let's talk about better days. Monday night, it was a fabulous game. And you know, after the Saturday defeat, if you were writing a story, this is your redemption arc, a 3-0 win against Bashley.
Yeah, I sat my boys down before the game, and I know we've lost a couple of them games in the last 7-8 games, but out the last 6 games, we were unbeaten in 5, weren't we? So what I would say to the boys is just continue to develop, continue to be better, and continue to believe in yourselves. And we went out and we put on a unbelievable performance on a Monday night, when we'd just been heartbroken on the Saturday by a couple of individuals. But I have to say, my boys turned up on Monday against a very good side in Bashley, by the way. Got some great experienced players, played some great football. And I had to adapt my situation. I had to go a lot more compact in the second half, because they were very good at passing the ball and moving the ball. So we dominated the first half with fluent football. And then second half, I actually made it a little bit of a scruffy game. We spoke about at half time, we had to stop them moving the ball as much as what they were. So a big shout out to my boys. Their credit for a dominating performance and a 3-0 and a clean sheet on Monday.
If I kind of look at what people are saying, they're saying, like, even if there isn't the result, the performance is always appreciated because the fans have noticed.
Yeah, I have to say that's a compliment to my boys. And if anyone knows what I'm like as a manager, I'm not here to make excuses, but you've got to be fit. You've got to be organised. We are behind schedule with some of these teams have been together 2-3 years, haven't they? So what we have to do is show the other side of competing every single week. And everyone I've spoken to at the club, around the ground, when they come and see you, there's some fantastic people there. They appreciate the hard work, the effort that the boys are given, because they're a young group, aren't they, as we know, and we keep reminding everyone, because we have to remind everyone how young they are. And that's why the performance on Monday was even more special, because they rolled up their sleeves and thought, come on then, let's go again. And to move up 8th in the table, 3 places outside them playoffs at this stage of the season is a fantastic achievement for them. But now, can we stay there, and can we compete this weekend and continue to climb the mountain?
I know I asked you before about, when you were like 7 or 8 games in, about this job being, one of the most difficult, and you said, yeah, it is, basically. But now we're at this stage. I mean, you've lost one of your last 5. You drew 2, won 3. So do you feel like, because you have been together, we're getting into November now, so Christmas is nearly here, do you feel like we're out of maybe second gear, heading into third gear for the remainder of the season, and eventually top gear?
Well, what you do, Dan, as a football manager, that's all hindsight. That's how you want it to be. I've been fortunate over the years. If I've been in around it at Christmas, I've normally gone on and done quite well after. But you just never know, because it is still one of the toughest jobs I've done because we are so young. I go to lots of games of football. I went to a game last night, a game the night before, opposition in my league, and every single time I bump into managers or ex-players, oh, I thought you lot might be winning it with your experience and as a manager and stuff like that. But we are not competing with a lot of these teams on budget. We're not competing with togetherness as long as what they have been. But what I did turn around to my team on Saturday, and sorry that I'm going back to Saturday, I said, in a year's time, if we haven't got out this league and we have to be in this league again because we're still developing, we'll win that game. And that's about them learning and understanding that side of the game as well. And that's why I said never be too high, never be too low. But I was devastated on Saturday evening because I felt my lads' work ethic and the way they played got taken away from them. And the pleasing thing for me, Dan, is everyone's talking about how well we're playing football-wise as well. We're moving the ball around really well, and we're very fit. And that's down to the manager to make sure we get them fit. So credit to everyone at the football club for that.
Larkhall Athletic then. Larkhall, they're just above you in the table, actually, aren't they? They're a couple of points above you, but they're literally positioned just on top of you guys. So it would be a great scalp to get ahead of them. But they won against Frome last time out, and then previous game they lost to Exmouth, but they beat Westbury United by 4-2. What have you made of them this season? Because this is a good clash to see where you guys are at. It's a good test for you guys to see where you're at, considering where they're at.
Yeah, I think you're dead right. I went to watch them, so I know everything about them. We've done all our homework on them already, so we'll be preparing on the pitch tonight and training well. But we know we're up against a very physical, demanding side who are very good at home. They just had an unbelievable result last night. They're 1-0 down and then won 3-1, which was very impressive. Yeah, but we don't fear anyone away now, because away from home we've done really well our last 3 away games. So that's really pleasing, and so we'll go and take that challenge on. They're quite a new side themselves, actually. So you can see the teams that are building from the bottom are roughly around mid-table and below. So this will be a really good challenge. But we got to go there and believe that we can win. And trust me, we'll be preparing tonight to go there and win.
Wiltshire Premier Shield then, Bradford Town on Monday, home game. How important is the Premier Shield to you? Because some managers would look at it and go, it's a bit of a distraction, isn't it?
We'll be taking it serious. Yes, you will play 1 or 2 players that need a few extra minutes, but a lot of people will be surprised. We'll be going full strength. It's a cup at the end of it. It's the next game, so we'll be taking that just as professional as what I'm taking this Saturday, the Saturday before. As soon as Saturday's game's over, Sunday morning, we will have everything on them on the Monday, and we'll be taking it serious. The only thing we will do, like I say, is we will give 1 or 2 some extra minutes that need minutes, and 1 or 2 that need a rest, that will get a rest. But for instance, if things went bad on Saturday, I'll go full strength on Monday, because I don't want to dwell on it. I just want to start moving forward.
You have got a busy old month ahead of you, and I wish you the best of luck. Cheers, Bobby, for coming on again.
Thank you very much, mate. You're a gentleman.